Hello to everyone, I'm Vladimir Vladek, here the Bulgarian Cowboy, and we are going to talk about, well, I can say the upcoming fight between Kelvin Gastelum and Jack Hermansson. I at least hope it's going to be the upcoming one because, as well as you can see, Dana White talked about it, and it's kind of agreed for UFC Fight Island on July 18th. Well, I hope. I hope it will come to fruition. I mean, at least I hope. I want everybody to fight. I want as many fights as possible. So it's awesome fight. It's an awesome one. Kelvin Gastelum, the guy who fought Israel Adesanya for the title, the guy who gave Israel Adesanya a very, very hard time, black belt in BJJ, but a fearsome, awesome striker with a score of 15-5, 1-0 contest. Man, he shocked me against Israel Adesanya. He is also a southpaw fighter, which is another reason why I enjoy watching him. TUF 17 middleweight tournament winner. He holds notable wins over Uriah Hall, Rick Story, Nico Musoke, Jake Ellenberger, Nate Marquardt, Johnny Hendricks, Michael Bisping, Ronaldo Souza. And he is looking for the opportunity to snap his two-fight losing streak, which happened against Israel Adesanya and Darren Till. But actually, in that fight for the interim UFC middleweight championship, Kelvin Gastelum had Israel Adesanya heavily rocked, and he pressed him against the fence. But Israel Adesanya somehow survived, and he recovered from that and defeated him via unanimous decision. But he is a very, very powerful striker, the man who turned the lights out on Michael Bisping and Tim Kennedy. So just don't ignore him. He has very, very good, good chokes, especially rear naked choke, good submissions, and really, really good ground game. But he is also good in the stand-up. Jack Hermansson, well, he's a different type of a fighter. The Joker is riding a score of 25, and let's look briefly at his record. He mostly wins fights via KOs or TKOs, but he is also good with arm bars, rear naked chokes. He's the former vacant Cage Warriors Fighting Championship middleweight champ who defeated Norman Peregi, then defended it against Dan Topalski and won vacant WFC middleweight championship against Carlos Vemola. Cage Warriors, he also defended the title against Alan Carlos. When he arrived to the UFC, he scored notable wins over Scott Askham, Alex Nicholson, Brad Scott, Tyler Schleitesh, Gerald Mershard, David Branch, and Ronaldo Souza. He lost two fights via TKO to Thiago Santos, Jared Cannonier, and against Cesar Ferreira, he lost via arm triangle choke. But to be honest, Cesar Ferreira is one of the greatest submission guys who have ever competed in this lovely sport. So, now let's start breaking it down. Jack Hermansson has better takedowns, that's for sure. But when it comes to ground game, many people would give advantage to Jack Hermansson. I don't give him advantage because Kelvin Gastelum is very skillful on the ground, especially when it comes to submission defense. So I think guillotine chokes, arm bars, and such things will simply not work on Kelvin Gastelum. Transitions are on Jack Hermansson's side, that's for sure. But when it comes to stand-up exchange, to stand-up blows, the emperor is Kelvin Gastelum, the man. He fought with Israel Adesanya toe-to-toe. He didn't afraid of Israel Adesanya, and Israel Adesanya is the greatest striker in the division. He is fought toe-to-toe with Darren Till. So when it comes to comparison of Darren Till and Israel Adesanya with Jack Hermansson, Jack is probably better on the ground, but in the stand-up, Darren Till and Israel Adesanya are completely another level. So in the stand-up, I give advantage to Kelvin Gastelum. On the ground, maybe slight advantage to Jack Hermansson, just like when it comes to takedown defense and takedown offense. But when it comes to endurance and cardio, Kelvin Gastelum has way more experience. And I believe if the fight goes to the later rounds, it's going to be a victory for Kelvin Gastelum. When it comes to this fight, it will be tough to predict. Kelvin Gastelum is looking to snap his two-fight losing streak. Jack Hermansson is looking to bounce back of a knockout loss. But I give more chances to Kelvin Gastelum. But when the knockout is going to happen, nobody knows whether it's going to go to decision or scorecards. It's going to be a fun fight to watch. I maybe give 53-54% of chances to Kelvin Gastelum, but it's going to be a hell of a fight. And to be honest, I prefer southpaw fighters, so I'm kind of picking a bit with my heart here. But these are just, he has to bounce back of these two losses in a row, because looking back at Kelvin Gastelum's score, he has never had 2 losses in a row. And Jack Hermansson, well, he lost to Thiago Santos, then lost to Jared Cannonier. I don't know. Maybe this is the most important fight of the career for Jack Hermansson. But anyway, I slightly root for Kelvin Gastelum.